So I did an update to my Project Optimize tool. As you can see here, this is version 3.2 I'm on now. Tool is used in exactly the same way as before, and you can watch my older video to see how to use it. But in this video, I'm just going to talk about the new stuff. Main reason for this update was I was making sure the tool works with Unreal Engine 5.6, the new release that just came out. But I took the opportunity to add some improvements, some new searches, bug fixes, all that kind of good stuff. So let's go over the new searches. So under static mesh optimizations, I always had this no Lods. Now I've got a no Lods and Nanite disabled. So this is a bit more targeted, a bit more useful. As you can see, everything in this list here has Nanite disabled. So generally it would be worth sticking some Lods on those to get some better performance. Next up, I added this one, same material in multiple slots. So this was static meshes. If I run this, open this test asset up, and you can see I've got the same material for testing purposes in both these slots. If this was an asset that had the same material in both slots, crunch those slots down in your 3D program, bring it back in to be slightly more optimized. And if we go to skeletal meshes, we have the same thing, but for skeletal meshes, same material in multiple slots. And I'll just show you again. So you can see, many. After that, we have a new texture optimization. So it has virtual texture enabled. And this is a toggle, so you can go disabled as well. And this will allow you to search your project very quickly to find anything that has virtual textures disabled or enabled, depending on the toggle button here. Then the last new one, if we go to sounds, is this WAV length. So if I run the search, you will see we now get all the WAVs in your project and their length. This is a nice way to get a quick gauge on sounds and how long they are. So, music being 47 seconds kind of makes sense. But if you had a footstep sound here and it was like 5 seconds, I think, that would be something worth taking and looking at. So that's all the new searches. But I actually updated this blueprint replication one. So originally this was just replication true or enabled. But I thought it was actually more useful to be able to turn this into a toggle. So you can find things that are disabled but should be enabled, and vice versa, enabled but should be disabled. After that, I did this small change that I wish I'd done sooner because it's very useful. I'll use this as an example. If I list all master materials in the project, this results list originally was just randomly ordered, whatever the search returned. But now the search results are actually based on size. So I take the relevant important value. So in this case, texture samples, and you can see 8, 6, 5, going all the way down to, say, 1. So again, if I go back to the sounds one, here in the WAV length, you can see longest on the top, shortest on the bottom. The whole point of this tool is to help you find problematic stuff, and this just makes it easier for you to find problematic assets more quickly. You've probably seen while we've been going through this is new. I added a page system, split this list to only show 50 results at a time to help with hitching, try and make things a bit smoother and just more manageable when looking through a large project. So next up, we come down to the rows at the bottom here. You can see I've still got the ignore button I had. Originally it was over this side, and moved it to the middle to make space for the select button. The select button is just a quicker, more easy way to get to the assets in the content browser. You can still also double click on assets. That will open them up directly. And then on top of that, I did a bunch of random stuff. So I tried to reduce hitching when displaying large results sets. I cleaned things up, refined the flow, tried to make text and things feel a bit more minimal. Updated some of these little description lines to make them a bit nicer. Having little blurs on backgrounds, on errors. Made the text on the button squeeze in just to make using the tool feel a bit nicer. So that's it. That's the update. That's 3.2. I hope you find it useful, and let me know in the comments other stuff you'd like to see. And whenever I do the next update, I'll try and include some of that as well.